Hello, learners. Welcome to today's lesson on active and passive voice. I am your host and facilitator, Mr. Abel. First of all, we are going to try and define active and passive voice. We're also going to try and identify sentences in active and passive voice, convert the sentences into passive and vice versa. And lastly, are going to use passive voice appropriately in different contexts. Now, as an introduction, look at the sentence in the screen. Sentence reads, cat chased rats. If you look at that sentence, we'll see that there are two nouns in that sentence, cat and the rat. This sentence we must ask ourselves, who is the doer of the action in this sentence? You will see that it is the cat that is doing the action of chasing the rat, and the rat receives the action of being chased. Like I said, for us to understand active and passive voice, we need to understand who is doing the action in this sentence. Now, definition of voice. Voice is a sentence in which the subject performs action. And now you know that English sentences do have various structures. And in this sentence, we have the subject, verb, and the object type of sentence. Look at the colors in that sentence. You will see that the cat is doing the action, and we call it the subject. The verb is the one that is doing the action. Lastly, the object is the one that is receiving the action of the verb. Therefore, we call it the object. Let's look at passive voice. Passive voice is a type of a sentence in which the subject receives the action. Remember, the active voice, the subject was doing the action. Here, we are starting with the object. Look at the sentence below. The rat was chased by the cat. Here, you will see that we are starting with the object, then followed by a verb with be plus past, followed by, and lastly the subject. You'll see that being illustrated in this sentence that we have here in that the rat being our object, was, is, this be in its past tense, then chased is the verb in its past participle. Then we follow it by, and then we come to the cat, which was our subject in the previous sentence. Let us look at the rules for changing active to passive. Number one, move the object to the subject position. Then, after that, we will use the correct form of be plus a past participle. Then later, we add by plus the original subject. Here I have said optional if it's clear. We don't always have to put by. If the sentence makes sense without by, then we will omit it. Lastly, ensure that the tense is consistent. Said ensure tense consistency. are some of the common mistakes to avoid when we are doing active and passive voice? Number one is forgetting tense agreements. Number two, leaving out the verb be. Number three, using passive voice unnecessarily or wordy. Sorry, voice, the subject does the action. Passive is the subject that is receiving the action. Remember the conversion rules and tense rules